let's go ahead. Let's get into our winners. Uncle Dave, I lied. I do have one of the, I don't want to say maybe one of the favorites, but one of the chalky guys. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to play Minwoo Lee to go ahead and win here at 35-1. He's been here twice, finished 26th, and he finished second here last year. This dude can drive. And like I just said before, I'm looking for long drivers. I think this is going to be a big week for him. I think it's going to help him go ahead and get himself into some better spots to go ahead and knock some putts down. I think that's probably why he'll do well here. I think a lot of it's just due to, the distance. And this is one of the smaller courses here. And you have to go ahead and you have to make your second shot, a little bit easier. Minwoo has been good for months now. His last 8 events, 6 of them's been in the top 25, took last week off. I think this is a tournament, believe it or not, that he's had circled. So I see a strong week out of Minwoo Lee. I see a lot of big drives and a lot of second shot opportunities that he can take advantage of. So Minwoo Lee 35-1, Cam Young 40-1. I haven't been on the Cam Young train in a very long time, but at this course, I think I kind of got to take a stab here. If not to win at least a top 10 ticket, Young is another big hitter, and he's done great in his 2 visits here, 16th and 4th. He hasn't been accurate, but I think if he could figure out the accuracy, especially he took off last week, so I think he'll be fresh. I think that's the one part of his game that he needed to dial in was just go ahead, be a little bit more accurate. This ticket opened up at 50-1. It's been bet down to 40-1. So it seems like some people are actually on the Cam Young train here. I'm with him here. I think with this field, this isn't a particularly deep type of field. So I went ahead and put Cam Young in there at 40-1. And then this one I like quite a bit. Gary Woodland 60-1. One of the longest hitters on tour right now. 3rd in driving distance. And this is a course that he knows very well and has actually done well at. 4 top 10s here at PGA National. Woodland, he's been solid since October. 5 top 25 finishes in his last 8 events. But he is coming off of a cut at the Genesis, and I actually like that because if you look at Woodland coming off of a cut, he has bounced back greatly off of a cut. Woodland has been great since September, rebounding off the cut, so I think that there's something going on. And look, I know Gary Woodland had a lot of issues. The dude had like brain surgery. So it was kind of like one of those things where what kind of Gary Woodland were we going to get? Were we going to get like a new improved type of version? What was he going to start to play like? And it just seems like from what I see, anytime he gets cut, he bounces back really, really strong. This is a type of course I think that suits his game, fits his game well. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to play Gary Woodland to go ahead and win. I don't want to say it in a shocker because I think a lot of the sharp guys are looking at Gary Woodland at 60-1. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take him at 60-1. So those are my winners there this week. There, Uncle Dave, Gary Woodland 60-1, Cam Young 40-1, and Minwoo Lee 35-1. I'm hoping for some big things from the big hitters there, Uncle Dave. Who are you looking at to win this week?
Well, I like your Woodland pick. This is the guy that, I'm glad you used because I thought about it. So I digress. My winners. I took Russell Henley again at 22-1. See my first round leader comments. But I'm also going to bet him top 10 at plus 260. And so I don't reiterate what I said earlier. He played his college golf in the South at Georgia. And as I mentioned, he's very accurate off the tee. He's not long, but I don't think this course is that well. This course isn't that long. A lot of dog legs, and he's a great putter. So, like I said, Russell is my Harry Hall this week. And here's one you're not going to like, Sleepy. I'm sorry. I should just cross it off because you railed on this guy, but I took Billy Ho at 50-1. Billy loves Florida, and rightfully so, since he was born and raised just south of Jacksonville. And over the last 36 rounds in Florida, which is a minimum of 9 tournaments, assuming you made all the cuts, he's in the top 10 in strokes gained overall. He hasn't been playing well, you're right. He's missed 3 of 6 cuts, but I think that's why we're getting 50-1 on him. And I'm betting this simply because, most events in Florida for Billy are like home games. Kind of like Keith Mitchell. I don't like watching his antics, but I do like making money. So I will take Billy. And I took one more formally here. I took Lucas Glover at 50 to 1. When I look at all the stats I considered this week, and there's six of them that I placed a great deal of importance on. And Glover's one of a handful of players that's in the top 10 in every single one of them. And he's not long off the tee, but as I said, I don't think that's a huge issue this week at all. And if you look at the rest of his stats this season, they're better than what his results show. He's very accurate off the tee and totally a horse for this course.